Welcome to my channel. Today we are making this outfit. You need a bodice pattern paper. Bodice pattern, you need your sleeve pattern, you need a new pattern paper, and you need some rollers. Right, so before we get started, you can use any basic bodice pattern that you have. If you don't have any, you can check out my video in the description below. I have a video on how to create your own bodice pattern with your own measurements. So we're going to start with tracing out our bodice. After tracing out the front pattern, you're going to go ahead and add from 1 to 4 inches, whichever you feel like. If you add more inches, that's the more coverage you're going to get over here. So if you I use 1.5, the more you go 3, 4, the more coverage you're going to get over here. I'll add 1.5. Then about here on the waistline, I'll go up a little bit, maybe by 3 inches. It depends on what you want. You can go down, you can go more high, but the point is I don't want it to be so open, so I can even go a little bit more high. See, put it here. I went ahead and retraced it with a dark color so that you guys can see. Alright, so like I was telling you, it's up to you to either come all the way down on the waist, or to come a little bit around the bust. And I told you I'll go up at least by 3 inches up, and then I'm going to draw a straight line from the edge of my neckline to where I marked. And then, because I want I'm going to fold it. Go ahead and fold it in a lapel form. So we are going to go ahead and trace out around the shoulder line, because we want to mark where our lapel will start from. Lengthen the line out. It's up to you on how you want to shape it. I'll first shape it this way and see how it looks like. And if I don't like it, I can just go ahead and reshape it. So I'm going to go ahead and add seam allowance all around and cut it out. So I went ahead and place my roller on here, and then I'm going to shape it just like this. You can leave it. After finding out the outfit as copy, it's not a dress but a jacket, so I'll show you both ways, how to turn it into a dress or how to leave it as a jacket. Cut 4 pieces for the front, 2 from each fabric. For the back, if you're making a dress, cut 4 pieces, and if you're cutting a jacket, cut 2 pieces on fold. Here is how one piece looks like for the back. You have to cut from each fabric, so it will be 2. You go ahead and fold these 2 points together on both sides. You can put a pin if you want to. You're going to go ahead and sew your dart. And then you're going to go ahead and continue. Just go slow and be careful to the edge of the fabric. And then I'm not going to back stitch, but I'll pull out some threads. And then I'm going to go ahead and give them a knot. And then you open it and iron it. So you're going to sew these two pieces together, just from here all the way down. And this is how it will look like after. Let me show it to you. This is it. And when we turn it, this is how it looks like. And when we fold it, this is how it will look like. This is how it will look like. So we finished sewing the back pieces together. We are going to go ahead. So you're going to go ahead and open it. And we are going to go ahead and you see, we have this first in here, the seam first in here. I'm going to explain with miniature pieces because it's much easier to record. After understitching the back neckline, we are going to go ahead and understitch the front, but with it I'll stitch on the outer piece. This is the front, and we are sewing on this side. And you're going to sew close to the edges as possible. So time to fold our lapel, and we shall fold it here by the neckline, and we are going to give it a stitch. So this is the back and this is the front, and we have to go ahead and sew them together. And how we're gonna do that is we're going to go ahead and open up the back like this, and then you're going to go ahead and lay right sides together. And you want this part, the front, you want your front to go ahead and be attached to the front of here, just like this. And then you're going to flip this. Okay, before we continue, I'm going to pin this, do this side too, so that I can pin both of them. So I finished stitching it down. So you're going to go ahead and open it. And when you open it up, you'll see how it looks like. That's how it looks like so far. You're going to go ahead and turn it this way, so you can see right now how it is. So you're going to go ahead and turn it this way so that we can sew the sides together. So we're going to go ahead and pin the sides together and sew them down. We're going to do the same to this side. Sew the sides together. So I finished sewing the sides and I overlock them. You can overlock if you have an overlock machine. If you don't have, you can just go forward. You're going to go ahead and measure out the waistline. Measure all the way around, and whatever measurements you get, you're going to add 2 inches for seam allowance for both the front and the back. So after the 2 inches, then we divide the answer you get. You divide that with 3.14 back. So what you're going to do, you're going to go ahead and fold it this way. And to make sure you have enough material to work with, you're going to get the full length and add it with the radius, which was the measurement we get from. Make sure your material is at least longer than that. I'm going to go ahead and fold it this way so that it can be easier for me to work with. So this is going to be our front and this is going to be our back. And now, starting from here, we are going to go ahead and mark our radius, which was the measurement we get from dividing our waist circumference. Make sure to place your tape measure in the corner. And you put it, you go marking it all across. And then I'll go up with 1/2 an inch for sewing allowance. So from here, we are going to mark our full length. So from here again, on this part that we said, where we said is going to be the front, we're going to go ahead and mark where we want our skirt to be at the front. Then after, from here, you're going to go ahead and shape it out in an S form. In an S form, connecting it to the edge. So this edge will be where the two connect, the front and the back, where the front and the back connect. So we are going to go ahead and cut this out over there out and this out over here. Then we are going to cut here because this is going to be the front. So we shall cut the front. Now you can see how it looks like. You can go ahead and reshape here so it can look a little bit nice. going to go ahead and cut this on the main fabric. Cut other two on the from the main fabric. So after cutting the other fabric out, you go ahead and separate the pieces, and then we are going to get this piece and this. Lay them together, and we are going to go ahead and sew here, and then we go all the way around to the other side. So you're going to go ahead and okay, so we're going to cut this corner off from the front, and then we're going to go ahead and turn them inside out, and then we're going to go ahead and iron them up. So after ironing it, that's the front and this is the back. So we're going to go ahead and grab this other part, this other side, the front and the back. So we are laying good right sides together, and then we are going to open it up just like this, and we're going to hold these two. We are going to go ahead and sew it all the way around, and we flip it this way and we sew these ones together. But if you're going to put a zipper, you do not have to stitch that. You just have to, because with the zipper we had two separate pieces. Like we had this piece and this piece, so you just go ahead and insert the pieces to each side if you're going to be adding a zipper. But I'm not going to be adding a zipper. I'm not adding a zipper, so I'll just go ahead and sew these together. Sew these up together. And yeah, when you get there to this side, you see, just continue, put them together, and we continue as we pull out this other piece. After, we are going to go ahead and flip it open. Now you can see that it's one piece. So you can see the picture of the front and the back. So we are going to go ahead and iron the seam. Then we want to connect our top to the bottom part. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open it up just like this, and then I'm going to go ahead and pin it down just with this, just with the top, with this pad that is going to be on top, and then I'm going to go ahead and pin it down all the way around like this. After pinning it together, remember we only pinned this, we didn't attach this, so you're going to go ahead and sew it down. After attaching this, so you can now see that it's only the inside part that is not attached. We are going to go ahead and this way, just like this, and top stitch it, as you can see. You can pin it down. You can see now the progress. I finished folding it in and I pressed it while pinning it. So I'm going to go ahead and sew all over here on the edge as close as I can. This is how it turned out to be. So if you're making this as a dress, you're going to have a zipper on the center back. You close up your front. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share. Bye bye.